Hey folks, Lyarri here. Today we're reacting to Using AI to Write a YouTube Video by Drew Gooden. I really enjoyed his last video, and it looks like he still has blue hair from it. Let's go.
Oh, that's not good.
Hey guy, welcome back to the Millhouse
Thanks.
cosplay I'll be doing for the rest of my life. Or, just till my hair grows out. It seems like the past few months, artificial intelligence has become more and more prevalent. First, it was all those websites that generate images based on your descriptions, allowing your imagination to run wild. Like, this is Ronald McDonald storming Normandy Beach, and this is what jeans would look like if they were real. Technology's incredible. More recently, there was a YouTuber, Alan Pan, who made robot legs for a snake, thereby evening the playing field between snakes and humans. Impressive? Yes. But did they
Terrifying?
really need more help? Why don't we just give them guns while we're at it? But today I want to talk about something that has the potential to be even more terrifying than a reptilian cyborg, and it all started when I got this ad on Instagram like 12 times.
The thing I love most about Jasper is knowing when I've got an email to write or a longer piece for my website that I can just get a few of the basic ideas down a bit and my thoughts down on paper, and that Jasper will pretty much do the rest and fill in what I'm thinking. It's amazing technology. I love using it almost every day.
Why is
Incredible.
what appears to be the only ad they filmed some guy sitting in his car being like, sometimes I don't even know what I'm thinking.
It's relatable. It's personal.
So I ask the computer to tell me what I'm thinking, and usually they're right. There's something so off to me about this video, and I can't quite put my finger on it. Maybe it's the weird 2-second pause that every single one of them starts with.
The thing I love most about
So relatable.
Hey, I was gonna edit it out, but the robot told me it would be more authentic if I left it in, so I did. They posted one of these with the caption, "Hate writing blog posts? This AI copywriting tool will do it 10 times faster." And it's like, I don't want to be mean, but if you hate writing blog posts, maybe you shouldn't have a blog. That's like saying, I love making music. I just hate singing and writing lyrics and playing any instruments and using audio programs. And
I feel like,
honestly, I don't really like noise.
Same.
Music's my passion. This is an objective.
I feel like it works good as a template to work off of, but if you're letting it do all the work for you, that's kind of defeats the purpose.
Actively terrible advertisement for a product that probably took a lot of work and ingenuity to create. If it functions as advertised, there should be a million other ways to promote it rather than just filming the laziest video imaginable. The comments are ruthless. Everybody hates it. This ad campaign was a disaster, so you bet your ass I will be trying this product.
Last person decided to
Before
take a
your
poop.
eyes, watch Jasper write content for you.
Crazy.
Since Jasper has read about 10% of the internet, he knows all about your niche and is trained by expert marketers to write emotional, persuasive
Isn't it
copy.
niche?
I don't know if I like that we taught the robot to understand emotions. It's so weird because part of me sees this and thinks,
Didn't
how
the robot
cool
know
and
that?
innovative. The people who came up with this are brilliant. But then the rest of me is like, I don't know. Remember that Will Smith movie? No, the other one? Maybe we shouldn't teach computers how to read and write.
I'm cutting out a lot of the legwork in the copywriting, which is staring at the blank page and wondering what the heck I'm going to write about.
Like, that's the thing. On one hand, there's something very dystopian about technology like this. It's a stark reminder that there are so many things humans seem to be uniquely capable of that could possibly be replicated by a computer program. But on the other hand, for like small scale individual use, it sounds like it could be pretty useful. As something of a writer myself, I would be lying if I said I wasn't intrigued to see it. I spend more time writing than I do any other part of the video making process. Part of the reason it takes me so long is because I happen to be the world's slowest writer. I'll have days where I spend 7 hours at my computer and type a single paragraph. This was today. So the thought of having something help me get to at least like a jumping off point as opposed to staring at a blank Google Doc for hours on end sounds kind of interesting. But then it also gets me thinking, how far can someone take this? How far
for my
have
YouTube
people
channel,
taken
though.
this already? Could this thing write an entire YouTube video without anyone even noticing? Can it actually replicate human speech in a believable way? Can it write jokes? Is it funnier than me? Just so it's not in the back of your head while watching this, the twist at the end isn't going to be like, surprise, the computer wrote this whole video. Gotcha. Because that would be lame. I feel like that would make you trust me less. And this parasocial relationship is not going to work if you don't trust me. It'll be obvious obvious
So
when we get to
true.
the parts that are computer generated. Everything else is my words. I came up with them. Unless I say something you disagree with, in which case it was the computer's fault. Don't blame me. They've got a
Same.
demo here before you sign up, so let's see. Ninja from Fortnite meets his biggest fan and they become friends. Oh, I can do it in the voice of Joe Rogan? Hold on, let me take a hit of DMT before I read this. Ninja was in the middle of a game of Fortnite when he heard someone screaming his name. He turned to see a young kid running towards him, waving his arms and yelling with joy. Ninja was taken aback. He had never met one of his fans in person before. Okay, couple things already. First, where is he playing this game?
Let me move
Usually
this
he
up.
just plays in his home, you know? So did this kid break in and start screaming his name behind him? That would be terrifying. Also, I like the idea
Yeah.
that he's never met one of his fans in public before.
Oh, the
despite
captions
being
kinda
wildly
ruin
famous and
this,
having
no.
neon hair. They struck up a conversation and soon became friends. The two would play together online every day and share laughs and secrets. Ninja even introduced the kid to some of his other gaming. It was an amazing experience for both of them, and they were grateful to have each other in their lives. I mean, it is a story. It's not that
Beautiful.
interesting of a story, but they wrote something. But let's try a different prompt. Scooby-Doo can't stop growing legs. Let's do rap artist, obviously. Scooby-Doo was always a little too curious for his own good. One day, while snooping around in the lab of his favorite scientist, Scooby stumbled on a mysterious serum. Without thinking any further, Scooby injected himself with the serum, and before he knew it, he was growing legs. At first, Scooby was terrified and didn't know what to do, but then he realized that with all these extra limbs, he could run faster than ever before. And so began Scooby's new career as a rap artist. Okay, I was wondering where that would come in. It wasn't really written in the tone of a rap artist. It was just like they used that for the twist ending. Honestly,
Yeah, he's running from the cops, clearly.
that is pretty good. I like that better than the first one. There's some good
Makes
little
makes
details in
sense.
there, like, you know, a mysterious serum and the fact that they decided that having more legs means you can run faster now. So they show a few of the brands
And
they've
Fitz
worked
being a
with,
rap
and this,
artist.
you know, gets me thinking about which company this service would work best for. Zillow and Airbnb make a lot of sense because of all the listing descriptions that are more or less identical. Beautiful oasis paradise, welcome home, and then you click on it and like all the bathrooms are outside. HarperCollins, isn't that a book publishing company? It is. Does that mean all their books
Yeah.
were written by robots? You're telling me a robot wrote the Polar Express?
The Warrior
my
series.
favorite book and my favorite movie? It's kind of funny to me how often I have to confirm to them that
Not
I'm
the
a person.
cats.
Like, hey, our robot writes shit for humans, not other robots. If you're a robot, go generate your own damn blog. Robots hate each other, by the way. Also, I should be able to ask them the same question. Prove to me that you aren't a person. Because if Jasper is just this guy pretending, I'm gonna be pissed. The pricing is based on how many words you want to be able to use, so I'm just gonna do the cheapest one because I don't think I need that many. If you're curious, my last video, which was 40 minutes long, was only 8,000 words, so 50,000 should be plenty. Let's
Really
work our
good.
way up, though. They do captions for like Instagram and TikTok. Let's say, hypothetically, I wanted to post a picture of me and Amanda sharing a hot dog from each end. What do I caption
Aw.
then? When you're both in the mood for a hot dog, but only have one burger emoji, #nom. I'm sorry, but I would jump out of a moving train before posting a picture with the #nom. One sausage, two loves, #hot dog goals. Did they mean two lovers? Or are they saying, one, we love each other, and two, we love the hot dog? Davidson County, here we come, #Nashville. All right, that got off the rails fast. It's crazy how quick this thing will go from being in the ballpark to completely short-circuiting. Double the dogs, double the love. Okay, I mean, the whole point was that there's only one hot dog, but I'll allow it. You were close. And then the next one they gave me,
You're the dogs.
read before you believe it. The surface world is but a dreamscape for those who awoken beyond it since 1984. What the fuck? Let's go back to the creative writing, because that was actually pretty fun. It is New Year's Eve, but the president just declared that no one is allowed to dance. A ragtag group of misfits band together to take down the US government and prove that dancing really does bring people together. Most of the characters die at some point. What? They're not gonna go down peacefully. It was the night of New Year's Eve, and as the ball dropped in Times Square, all anyone could think about was how they were gonna get their groove on. But then a terrible announcement came over the radio. The president had declared that no one was allowed to dance. It didn't take long for people to start getting upset. How are we supposed to have any fun without dancing? That's the only way. But the president wasn't backing down. He said that it was time for America to grow up and stop being so childish.
This is
so
dark,
a group
Brandon.
of misfits got together and decided to take down the government. They knew it wouldn't be easy, but they were determined to prove that dancing really does bring people together, and in the end, most of them died trying. Okay, it got off to such a good start, and then they were just like, and also everything you said.
I feel like I've recently used like an AI chatbot for fun, and like that's basically like what they do once they don't know what to say. They just try and regurgitate back to you with very slight changes, sometimes barely, like literally like a single word, and then just say, "Oh yeah, that makes sense." So.
See if we can get a better ending out of this. It was the last night of the year, but there was no dancing allowed. The president had made it clear nobody was to step foot on the dance floor until 2019. Cool, we're doing a period piece. But that didn't stop a group of misfits from coming together to take down the government. They were tired of being oppressed, tired of not being able to express themselves, so they came up with a plan. They would overthrow the government from the inside. They started by making noise and causing chaos at every opportunity. They graffitied walls, burned flags, and shouted slogans until their voices were hoarse. And when that didn't work, they turned to violence. Bombs went off in public places. Holy shit! I'm sorry, but how is that taking down the government from the inside? Doesn't doing it from the inside mean you like slowly infiltrate the government? You spend years gaining their trust until you have enough power to do something. This is the complete opposite of that. This is very much doing things from the outside. In the end, the rebels overthrew the government and established their own rule. Dancing was finally allowed again. Yeah, but at what cost? Half the nation is on fire right now. Millions are dead. And peace has finally been restored. It's definitely pretty good at expanding on what you put in with specific details, but you do have to give it something. Like if you just tell it to write you a funny story, it's gonna write you a story about a funny story, but it itself will not be funny. This one was quite the opposite, actually. It was about a court jester that was funny until he passed away, and everyone was so sad they didn't know what to do. Without the court jester's laughter, the kingdom was plunged into darkness. I mean, yeah, it's hilarious, but not the way it was supposed to be, you know? I've noticed it always defaults to giving you multiple outputs, even though it's usually downhill after the first one. I think part of the reason it defaults to giving you more than one is so they can use up more of your words faster. But I just asked them to come up with a bio for my company, which is, of course, pictureofhotdog.com. And the first one was great. And then the second one starts off the same, but then goes, with millions of shoppers and over 700,000 sellers, Poshmark brings together a vibrant community of people every day to express themselves and share their love of fashion. The company has made it so simple to sell your style that the Poshmark community uploads over $2 million worth of inventory into the marketplace every day right from their own phones. What does that have to do with my website? I Googled it. This is an entire paragraph from PR Newswire, literally verbatim. So I don't think I'm allowed to use that. Accidental plagiarism aside, I decided I would use the first one they gave me, especially because half of it was what I had written. But then I got worried about overselling my website, so I made a few minor adjustments. So yeah, the long form stuff seems to be pretty good, but they've got a ton of niche features on here that serve almost no purpose. They've got one that's supposed to generate a winning name for your business or product. I tried doing one for my website, and they came up with Hot Dog Heaven, Hot Dog Fiesta, and then Hot Dog Heaven again. They must have been really proud of that one because they gave it to me 6 times. So then I described what the Jeremy Renner app used to be, and it turns out Jasper is almost exactly as creative as Jeremy himself. So I tried swapping them out for Vin Diesel, and they came up with Vin's app and Vin app. God, I'd kill to have an app that's exactly like Spotify, except the only music on it is both of Vin's songs.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
I tried another section called Ridiculous Marketing Ideas, and most of what they suggested had almost nothing to do with what I put in. Like the very first suggestion to me was have Snoop Dogg rap for us. So it almost seems like they would have given that to me regardless of what I typed in, but you can't deny that it's a great idea. So I'll go ahead and shoot him an email. Launch an IPO. Yeah, I think people should be able to trade stock of my website. I gotta get my ass on
Hot
the
dogs.
CNBC news ticker. Put a picture of a hot dog in front of the entire Oakland Raiders football team. Now this is gonna take my business to the next
Good
level. Ship the
one.
hot dog around the world in FedEx envelopes and a suitcase. And then what? Everybody takes a bite out of it and sends it back? And let me guess, the suitcase is filled with tasty condiments? Shut up. I feel like with something like this, the best case scenario is that it accidentally inspires a good idea because it said something so dumb it's funny. For example, purple hot dog, Chicago style. I don't know what that means,
That's
but
evocative.
I put it on my website. Got another section called Explain It to a Child, where you put something in and they're supposed to simplify it. You can even pick the grade level. How fun. Let's do fractals. I was just reading about fractals the other day. And let's say I need to explain this to a 3rd grader. Yeah, pretty much. I feel like we can get even simpler though. So let's do 1st grade. Oh. So it seems like this 1st grader is a lot smarter than the 3rd grader was. Actually, it kind of seems like they just copied and pasted what I typed in. Yeah, sometimes this feature works pretty well, and other times it gets overwhelmed by what you tell it and sends it straight back to you, practically untouched. Also, I'm trying to think of what else you would need to explain to a child besides random science facts.
Hey, buddy. Can I talk to you for a second?
Sure thing, Dad. But remember, I'm only in 1st grade.
So, divorce is the process of ending a marriage.
I don't know what that means.
This can involve canceling the legal duties and responsibilities that come with being married.
This is all going right over my head.
Divorce laws vary depending on where you live.
Huh?
But usually you have to go to court to get divorced.
Good try, but I'll probably just wait till Mom gets home. She's way better at explaining stuff.
I wish you was coming home, son.
All right, well, with everything we've learned so far, what do you say we write ourselves a YouTube video? Don't worry, I've got the perfect topic for this. It's something that's been on my mind a lot lately, and it's that the Charmin toilet paper bears piss me the fuck off. I saw a commercial the other day where one of them was complaining
Haven't
because they
seen one
didn't
in a
have
bit.
Charmin in the bathroom.
This isn't Charmin. No wonder I don't feel as clean.
Hurry up, Dad.
Why are you guys
They look
still
punchable.
buying the other toilet paper? Just to get mad? You know you don't like it. As far as I can tell, your entire lives and personalities revolve around the fact that you're very picky about which brand of toilet paper you prefer. So just buy the one you like and leave us alone. Also, how much are you getting paid for these commercials? Because I remember when you used to live in the woods and now you have a big ass house. Seems like a lot of cash right there. And I know you don't have another job. You're bears. You are unhireable. I want to be a toilet paper spokesperson. What, all I gotta do is complain about thin TP every once in a while and I get a fat paycheck every month? Sounds great. Everybody's freaking out about AI taking people's job when these bears took 3 of them all on their own. So I say we send them back to the woods where they can wipe their ass with leaves.
Good idea.
So that's everything I got so far. I am dying to see how Jasper helps me out with this. Huh? Sensitive content? I spent $60 on this and it won't even help me write a YouTube rant? That's the only thing I do! And don't tell me it's because you didn't teach it how to be toxic. This technology only exists because it read 10% of the internet, the most toxic place on Earth. Let me just get rid of the curse words. Maybe that's the problem. Oh, okay. You're just not allowed to say fuck. P.S. I still think it's really weird that they have a baby bear. How does that work? Did one of them just get pregnant or did they adopt? Do you think it's weird that they have a baby? That's your contribution to this? How do they even have a kid, right? What, did they have bear sex or something? Yes. How do you think bears continue to exist? So maybe instead of expanding on the end, I can expand on the middle. I get it, you're bears, you shit in the woods, but do you have to be so public about it? Do you have to be constantly shoving your asses in our faces? I don't go around flaunting my bowel movements, and I certainly don't need to see yours.
A good
Valid
one.
points, can't really argue with those. And why are you always smiling? It's really creepy. No one poops with a smile on their face. No one. Ever. So knock it off. All right, well, 1, I tend to poop with a smile on my face. It's one of my favorite hobbies. And 2, you know, they're bears, all right? They should be happy about shitting. I just think they shouldn't get paid for it. In conclusion, the Charmin toilet paper bears are annoying as hell, and I hope they all contract some sort of painful anal disease. Preferably one that makes them shit their guts out through their mouth. What the fuck?
That's
46
fucked
seconds ago,
up.
you were like, I can't help you with that, sorry. You said the F word. And then you give me this? I never thought I'd be siding with the Charmin bears, but this is too far, all right? That's just me. I just noticed they have a plagiarism checker built in, which is cool, but like, I hope no one is deranged enough to have already said this. Also, just in general, I would hope I'm not plagiarizing anything. Otherwise, what am I paying you for? Imagine they just copy and paste shit from other websites. I mean, imagine they do that more than once. And guess what? The plagiarism checker is not even included in your subscription. You have to pay extra for it. To be fair, it costs like a few cents every time you scan, but it still seems weird that I have to be the one to make sure you're not blatantly copying this from someone else. So plan B, let's see what's on trending. Time to redeem yourself. Write me a Mr. Beast video. Hey guys, it's Mr. Beast here. Today I'm going to show you how to make a video for YouTube. I mean, that does sound like something he would say. First, find a good topic for your video. Something that people will want to watch. Oh, yeah, no fucking shit. I was hoping you would do that for me. Learn how to edit. You can look up tutorials. Hey, that's what Ninja said. Now that I think about it, I probably could have just used AI to teach me how to stream on Twitch. Teach me how to stream on Twitch. In this article, we'll walk you through everything you know to start streaming on Twitch. Oh my God. I can just create my own tutorials and then follow them myself. Recipe.
Incredible.
Baked chicken thighs. Holy shit. This is like Google, except better because I'm paying for every word. All right, I'll be the first to admit I got a little sidetracked here. Turns out that's gonna happen no matter what I do. Maybe we do like a Watch Mojo video. Top 10 actors who fell down and bonked their heads. Oh my God. That's too controversial, I guess. Can we just do top 10 actors who fell down? I like how they gave me no explanation.
My ear.
Number 7. Jackie Chan. Yeah, that video is gonna crush, dude. Okay, so I feel like if any type of content on YouTube could be mass produced and written by AI, it would be those like really surface level pop culture video essays. Why The Office is overrated. God. The Office US is one of the most popular and beloved television shows of the past century, but I think it's overrated. Here's why. The show is formulaic and predictable. Every episode follows the same basic structure. Someone does something stupid, someone else gets annoyed with them, there's a resolution, and everyone laughs and learns a lesson. It's formulaic television at its worst. The characters are one-dimensional and uninteresting. They're all stereotypes, from the bumbling boss to the annoying coworker. And they never change or grow as people. They're the same in every episode, which gets boring after a while. The humor is often juvenile and childish. It relies heavily on physical comedy and gross out jokes.
This is triggering me.
My idea of funny. Overall, I think the show is overrated. It's not as clever or original as people make it out to be. It's just a formulaic sitcom with uninteresting characters and juvenile humor. This is honestly life-changing technology. I can just use this to write all my YouTube videos from now on. I never have to lift a finger, and I can post like 30 times a month. Not done yet though, because they've also got a section for video titles. So I'm curious to see what they'll do with mine. Using AI to write a YouTube video, and then we'll do witty for tone. Oh, perfect. How to use AI to write a YouTube video, and in parentheses, witty.
Yep, that's everything I asked for.
Can AI write better videos than humans? Spoiler alert, yes. Well, yeah, of course you would say that. Also, don't think I forgot about what you said earlier, you psycho. So I've been playing with this for a couple weeks now. The outputs you get from Jasper are very hit or miss. If you write too much, they'll just use most of what you typed word for word. And if you don't write enough, it'll spit out something super generic. What I've noticed though, is there is some inherent value just in the fact that it forces you to write something. Like no matter what, you have to give it a few sentences to begin with. And sometimes you'll start typing and then before you know it, you've got this whole paragraph flowing out of you, and now you don't even need to see what the robot says because you actually type something yourself. So I think when looked at as a supplemental tool for writers, rather than something that's just gonna write everything on its own, it's a much more valuable and less scary product. Plus, I also think most writers would feel the way I do, which is that I wouldn't take a lot of pride in something if I just, typed a couple sentences, it spits out this entire article for me, and I slap my name on it and call it a day. That wouldn't feel good. I wouldn't want to take credit for that. that. It would just be a lie. Like, I know that I don't have a good singing voice. I cannot sing. I could use autotune to make it sound like I can, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not gonna then point to it and be like, hey, you hear that? Voice of an angel. So I think using this to help maybe organize your ideas, or just as a springboard for you to generate your own inspiration, is where someone would get the best results. What worries me, though, is all the companies out there who are going to completely misunderstand this technology. They're gonna go crunch some numbers and come to the conclusion, hey, we could save a ton of money on labor if we just have this computer write shit for us. Not realizing that most of the creativity that comes out of this is heavily dependent on what you put into it. So I think that's a big reason why it's ultimately hard for me to get too excited about this, because people are going to lose their jobs because of it. Some people probably already have. Look at all the brands they show you when you sign up. And this is just one AI writing service. There's tons that all use the same technology. And this is just one specific creative field. There's also the image generators. There's AI that makes music. While I was making this video, I got an ad for a different company that uses 3D avatars to make videos saying whatever you want them to. Except I don't think they liked what I wrote, because they were supposed to email me back with my video and they never did. A lot of our
I feel like to a degree, this is like very much like VC money bait, where you just make something with like AI algorithmic content, and then they venture capitalists love you and they invest millions or billions.
Ideas, or at least my ideas, of what AI eventually taking over the world will look like come from movies where they have humanoid robot soldiers running around beating people up. That's not what this is. You know, Jasper isn't a sentient being. It's not a machine that came to life and has limbs and feelings. It's just a program that has read a bunch of stuff that people wrote and then regurgitates those words in a different order. And I think it's cool that something like this could even exist at all. Like, props to the people who created this. But I think even as this becomes more and more prevalent, there will always be people and companies who prefer to work with other people, and that don't just prioritize total financial optimization over human ingenuity and connection. Like, I know if I was writing something big and I felt like I needed help, I would 100 times out of 100 get it from other people rather than like asking a computer what to say. Artists tend to love what they do and get passionate about their work in a way a computer never could, or at least I hope not. They can also take direct feedback. You can have a conversation with them. Like, maybe you'll get close to what you're looking for with a DALL-E image, but even if you want to change anything at all in the slightest, you're gonna have to work with a graphic designer who will do that for you. Ideally, AI tools should be used to empower artists, to help them work more efficiently and easily, rather than as something that could eventually replace them altogether. I will say, just in the past few weeks of like familiarizing myself with this, it is completely making me rethink the way I view the world. Like, at this point, no one could convince me that Netflix has not already used this to write an entire movie before. You think a real person came up with the idea for Tall Girl 2? Hell no. It was this guy's little computer. I'm just glad no matter what happens, no one could ever replace what I do. I'm a social media influencer. The most important job in the world. Wait, what's that? That already exists. And they've got a lot of followers. Well, it looks like
relatable.
My days might be numbered.
Mine too.
Before I get catapulted into total obscurity, let's hear a word from today's sponsor, NordVPN. Beep, boop, boop, bop. I'm just kidding.
Are you?
It's still me. Admit
it.
We've all been there before. It's time to unwind after a long day of using artificial intelligence to dictate your life. But what's this? Your favorite show isn't on Netflix anymore? Guess I'm going to bed early tonight. Not so fast, dummy. Because we've got NordVPN, which means you can change your computer's location to the other side of the world without traveling all the way there, and unlock all of the extra content that comes with it. Friends, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Big Bang Theory. I'm not saying I want to watch The Big Bang Theory, but I like to at least have the option to, you know? First and foremost, though, NordVPN is dedicated to keeping you and your data safe while online. All it takes is one click to connect, and then you can go back to browsing the internet with peace of mind. Because you know that your IP address isn't being broadcast to every website you visit, and every website you visit isn't being broadcast to your internet service provider, or the government, or that shady guy in the back of the coffee shop where you're using public Wi-Fi. And unlike other VPNs out there, Nord has taken cybersecurity a step further by integrating anti-malware protection into the app. All you have to do is click one extra button to activate it, and now it'll block intrusive pop-up ads. It'll automatically scan downloaded files for malware. It takes what's already a great service and adds another layer of protection to it. To try out NordVPN risk-free, go to nordvpn.com/Gooden, that's my last name, for 4 months free off a 2-year plan, and you'll have 30 days to try it and get your money back if you change your mind. You can also click on the link in the description if you don't want to type all that out yourself. I don't blame you. Thank you so much to NordVPN for sponsoring today's video. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you liked it. For me, it was really interesting to look into a lot of this stuff.
I did.
I really don't know much about it, and I certainly didn't a few weeks ago. So that being said, if I got anything wrong, I apologize for that. I don't want to take all of this too lightly, even though it's fun to play around with it for a little bit. But I also don't want to get too pessimistic and fear-mongery about hypothetical things that could happen. Because I don't think there's much value in doing that, especially if I'm not offering a solution myself. I mean, it's scary to think about, but luckily for us, there are a million other scary things to think about all the time. So I'll just think about those instead. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys for my next video where my hair is a funny color. I'm thinking blue.
Wow.
Wouldn't that be wacky? All right. See
But
ya.
it'll last so long. Bad. All right. That was really good. I really liked that. Oh. Tragedy. I liked it before. I recorded the intro 8 times, whatever. Whoops. Okay. Love the blue. Oh, wait. Picture of hot dog is real. Let's put some ketchup on it. Yeah, it looks so beautiful. Mustard. Even better. Corn dog. Yum. Pickle. The best yet. My little sister would love the sprinkles. Nachos look good. Basketball's pretty. Hat's pretty rad. Purple hot dog Chicago style. Oh, I like the winner. And the vintage. Patriotic one voted. That's good. Respect. Oh, it's so beautiful. And it's outdated a year. Wow. About. It's semicolon S, a hot dog. Testimonials. I like the hot dog. A guy said that. I like it too. And add me there. Statistics. Quantity. There is 1 hot dog. Length. Average size. Weight. Average weight. Age. Under review. Awards. Several. Relationship status. Hot dog. Corn dog. We are so sorry, Mr. Corn Dog. Everyone please apologize to him. I am sorry, Mr. Corn Dog. I love you. Okay. Okay, so I actually got to mention this. I may have had to react to this video again because I never pressed record last time. Shh, if you got this long, you deserve to know. This far. Tragic. I absolutely hate doing that, but I really liked this video and reacting to it, so I figured I had to. Also, a fair amount of it was new to me. Or not new, but I didn't remember it perfectly. I am the guy who made this website, and this is my company. Picture of a hot... This is the same quote from earlier. Founder and CEO, Drew Gooden. It is a pretty good destination for anyone who loves hot dogs. So true. Let's check the store. Trust dog. Look at that handsome dog. I bet you'd like to hang this photo up on your wall, wouldn't you? Yeah. Or maybe frame it and place it by your bedside, of course. Yeah, you'd like that. This 8x11 glossy photo comes signed by the hot dog himself. The perfect gift for dads. My dad would love this. Prefer something naughtier? Naked dog. Oh my god, it's inappropriate. The hardcore dog lovers, this NSFW print will leave you speechless, breathless, and covered in tears. An 8x11 signed photograph of one of God's greatest creations, a hot dog. Some things just aren't meant to be covered up. The perfect gift for dads. So true. Hi. Love the blue hair because it's not something you did for a video or as a joke. It's a choice you made due to loving how it looks and for no other reason. So true. As a writer, the whole point of the form itself is to showcase a level of originality, one that comes from you, both in your technique and the way you tell things to the world. AI writing does give you the bullet points, but not the voice a real writer has. I agree. I feel like in general, like, this AI stuff has to improve so much. Right now, it's just really, like, bad. It can be used for, like, super clickbaity websites, but that's, like, it. Not gonna lie, this video made me wheeze with laughter, especially the Charmin Bears part, both Drew and the AI's contribution. But I also just want to say the more serious commentary at the end is something I really agree with. As an artist myself, I agree that the passion and creativity people have is unparalleled by computers and AI, because people care about what they do if they enjoy it for real. And like he said, computers also is taking information input and rearranging it for us, so it's not the same kind of creativity. It does seem dystopian to rely on AI to put together an entire artistic creation for us, and it will never be the same, do it quite the same, but it's a nice tool to have as a helper to keep the creative process moving and growing. And yeah, it's pretty cool that people were able to get AI to this level. Agree with all of this. Honestly, I really appreciate his points about the DALL-E images at the end. I've seen multiple artists low-key panicking about the AI generator not taking their place, but just like Ninja said in the video, most people will always prefer the human touch and connection. Yeah, like even if it becomes like its own type of art or like subsection, I feel like it won't overtake everything else. I really look up to Drew's comedy and video essays. The way he breaks down media is so engaging, and I just think he's really smart. And all his jokes hit. Agree. From what I've seen. I appreciate how much effort you put into your videos, so well thought out and explained. You are amazing, keep doing what you're doing. That's so sweet. As a non-native English speaker, what you did with the AI is what I sometimes do with Google Translate if I'm stuck on how to translate something cool or an article for my mom. Also, this video autoplayed when I was falling asleep, and I woke up to the divorce sketch. My half-asleep brain was so confused. I can see why. That was really good. I am unfortunately reacting to this at 2 a.m., so I was a little tired for it, which also helped me not remember anything. So thank you so much for watching, folks. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye! Hey folks, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like the video, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch, and have a great rest of your day. Bye!